Hey you folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. We just finished the dungeon in the last run, and I gotta do a little bit of town stuff before we can jump into the next one. A few things. First of all, I think it's pretty obvious that Harriet here is going to be part of the God Squad. Very, very performant person, great mix of skills, very solid against a number of different enemies. Obviously, particularly good against Eldritch, especially if you are wielding the Eldritch killing incense, for example. But still, even without fighting Eldritch people, Harriet is fantastically good. With that in mind, we did just get this cleansing crystal here. Now, I don't know what it means that it's ancestral. Can I equip it to anyone? It's like kind of highlighted in red, but I don't know. Maybe it works for everyone. Maybe ancestral, is it like an epic quality item? Or if this person dies, do I get to keep it in my inventory or what? I don't know. But here's the thing. Harriet has no skills that deal blight bleed. Technically, you have one that's got a stun. So this will penalize the hands from the abyss, but Harriet is very rarely in the first two positions, so it's not necessarily the end of the world. So there's no bleed or stun or anything on the main damage dealing abilities of this character. The weird reconstruction is interesting because it does cause the target to bleed. So it seems like, based on some feedback, if I were to give Harriet this item, Harriet would be less likely to cause people to bleed using his ability. So I don't know. Then we're going to keep the health stone. And even though this is an occultist specific item that gives plus 5% crit on Eldritch, which is amazing, I think I'm going to go try to replace it that way. Yeah, we can indeed equip it. Now, I guess I could leave this here and give the health stone to someone else. But the thing is, Harriet is really important, so I kind of like the idea of having an extra couple of hit points. Occultists don't have a lot of hit points, which means the 10% doesn't necessarily give you as much as it would on someone else. Like, if you put this on someone who's got 30 hit points, this health stone will be worth 3 hit points instead of just 2. But I really like the extra padding on this character because it is such an important part of things. It's going to be really nice to have all that extra resist. Like, the 3 different resistances are stupendously good. The stun, like, penalty, or the bleed penalty, is actually potentially a positive. The stun penalty sucks a little bit, but I think this ends up being a massive win overall. So, we're going to do that. The other thing we're going to do is probably go ahead and upgrade Harriet at the blacksmith. Just, if we're going to be using Harriet a lot, and it looks like we are, we're going to do that. We are going to go ahead and upgrade his robes, which gives him a lot more hit points as well for not very much money. We have tons of money in the bank right now. Harriet being not level 2, we couldn't get level 2 skills as is. Only a couple people could. Jolowoto and Krakenbrow. They're the only 2 level 2 people we have so far. Jolowoto doesn't even have his improved armor, which we should probably do to make sure he survives. Krakenbrow does. I don't think it's worth leveling up the blacksmith yet. I think we'll focus on getting maybe a few other people with their level 2 gear. It's hard to say because you kind of want to build a dream team, right? Let me consider who we might run in our next group and then build things from there. So, okay, the ruins are now level 2. Aren't they? No, it still says apprentice level 1. Oh, this one is a veteran level 3. Reclaim relics of the light. When the estate was overrun, so too were many treasures and symbols of the causes of light. The abbot will pay dearly for relics that can elevate his meager building into prominence. So we're not going to do the level 3 job. These are level 2s, which wouldn't be so bad. Oh, but this would be the kill the necromancer's apprentice, though, so it's like a mini-boss, which I will probably continue to avoid for now. I want to try to grind up as much as possible. So we could do this exploration mission, or we can go to the Weald, which might also be fine. Room battles, or explore. Oh, I didn't realize the... Oh, reward on this one is so much bigger. Why? Oh, because it's a medium dungeon. We can probably do a medium dungeon. Crusader only, plus 15% damage, minus 8 dodge is bad. That is some good damage. So what we might do for this group here, it sucks because everyone's got a little bit of stress, but we can camp. We could go something like not red. Krakenbrow could potentially use some de-stress here. Essie, I know that the grave diggers or grave robbers don't have the best damage or defenses. I think they're considered to be some of the weakest. Oh, these are bad abilities too. I might fire Essie. Sucks that Essie's gotten an upgrade. I might have to put you into the sanatorium. I don't know. Gorash can definitely go. He's got the weak grip on life, but that doesn't matter. We're not going to the Warrens, which means you don't get to use that ability. What about one Marine? Improved balance. Ruins, Warrens, Blight, On Guard is quite good. I don't think we're going to fight as much Unholy, so that's not as much of a problem. Some of these are kind of sucky, but not the end of the world. Yeah, we'll bring that one Marine. Risk Harriet, and then who? Well, I guess Essie is probably the sort of composition we'll go to. At least Essie from this position can use the Pick to the Face, which is a great ability. Fantastic ability. If you get in trouble, you can Shadow Fade. You can even throw daggers from there, which is good. The only thing you can't do is Poison Dart, but yeah, you'll be able to use good abilities. So I think that'll be our composition here. Not Red, Essie, one Marine, and Harriet. So let's go ahead and give them a little bit of upgrading to make their lives a little bit easier. It is pretty cheap. We're going to go weapons in there. We could also do abilities, but we'll start with these items. Essie over... Oops. You've already got one. We'll give you your armor. It's a lot of extra hit points and dodge. It was that one Marine and Harriet, I think. Harriet's already got the full suite of items here, which is good. But what we might want to do is go to the guild and upgrade Harriet's abilities. We've already upgraded the Weird Reconstruction and the Sacrificial Stab. So the Abyssal Artillery and the Hands from the Abyss, it doesn't actually come up as often. The Abyssal Artillery, a little bit more frequently. But yeah, it's not necessarily the same sort of priority now that I think about it. Do we want to upgrade the one Marine? Oops. Nope, wrong place. Stop clicking wrong. I guess so. If we're going to invest in your armor, we may as well invest in a little bit more stuff. The self-heal, the stun, the targeted heal. You don't have the party heal, which is too bad. I think the Divine Grace and the Judgment. Interesting that the upgrade costs... Are they the same? I don't know. The stun's pretty good, too. Slightly more accuracy on there. What the hell? Go nuts. So I don't know if Essie's going to get the same kind of attention. You know what? Let's just upgrade the Pick to the Face. Alright, embark. So, we are going to go ahead and do this medium-sized Weald map using that group. So we've got Not Red, Essie, one Marine, Harriet, although we're going to swap these two around. Provision. It is medium. We have to bring a few things. I'm going to go ahead and bring the 12 food, which seems to be the magic number with the medium. Some people say that maybe the more stressed you get, the more food you end up having to consume, which might be interesting. 8 torches seems like plenty. 1 shovel, 1 key, holy water. You know what? I think we'll bring one of everything. We might want to bring a second shovel. Just because running into those unclearable obstacles is bad. Plus, it gives us an option to maybe dig up a grave, which we run into from time to time. I think that's going to be a fine composition. It's certainly safe. We're spending a lot of extra money. Cross our fingers. I did pick the medium one, right? Yeah, because there was the firewood. Weald is full of long, winding paths. Bring plenty of torches. It might be true that it's actually more annoying. I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions. I gotta explore 90% of the rooms. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I have to backtrack a little bit more if I go here and then come back. But then it allows me to just do like a straight shot down here and stop whenever. Partially it might depend on the scouting information. So for now we'll just start moving forward. I mean here with a little bit of stress, but not much. No scouting to start off with, which always annoys me. Okay, ectoplasms. So we've got our eldritch creatures, and these are the ones that can multiply, which is worth considering. What's their stun resist? 50%. I'm going to go ahead and try the stun anyway, since I don't need to self-heal. Good. And hey, it's an eldritch. Let's go ahead and hit the one that's not stunned. Oh, I can't believe we didn't kill it with the bonus damage. Harriet, no! Although you don't have your bonus to eldritch item, but you just naturally do it. There's the Pick to the Face. Did I change the order of my abilities somewhere in there? Maybe by selecting and deselecting something?
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I really like this Pick to the Face. I know people say, I think it's because her base damage is quite low. Just 5 to 8, which is bad. But other than that, we're alright. No reason to derp around with this guy. Let's just go ahead and try to finish him off.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Loot. 25 gold. Woo! How generous. Alright, this could be a fight. I don't know. Torchlight is fine right now. They are surprised beautiful. They are human/eldritch. Really? They count as human? So should we Abyssal Artillery the two in the back for maximum damage, or try to stab one in the front? No, let's Abyssal Artillery. It's a lot more total damage. Either way, we can't one-shot anything. A lot of work to be done there. So I might want to go ahead and throw daggers at the one in the back. The pick only does slightly more base damage, although it is much more accurate and has... Oh, it has less crit chance than a dagger. I'm gonna pick this one. Just try to go for a kill on one of these a little more quickly. We don't need to heal, so what's the stun resist? Only 25%. So yeah, we'll go ahead and stun one of these fungal scratchers, perhaps. Stack on the surprise. I think it'll be 2 rounds without doing anything. I can't reach anything in the back here. So I think the thing to do will be to Zealous Accusation the two in the front. Try to get them within kill range. Mark Prey. Alright, I wonder if any of these guys have abilities that do bonus damage to Marked. We get to go now, though. And I think that's going to mean trying to stun the one in the front. Good damage, too. Alright, he's resisted the stun, but he's starting to get a little bit closer. We did get a blight over here, and that's a big blight, so we're going to want to try to heal that one. Pick to the face. We're going to use our high accuracy to try to finish someone off. We could theoretically potentially kill this guy, but it's more or less a guaranteed kill on this artillery, so we're going to do that.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Alright, you took your blight damage. Can I... Oh! Okay, yes, thank you. That's an interesting pop-up. Now, we did just use one of the ticks, unfortunately, but by curing it, we're still going to remove 4 damage. So, we're definitely going to use the anti-venom. That's 4 damage heal, basically. Is very, very nice. No need to weird reconstruction anything. And certainly I'm not going to use the Abyssal Artillery now that there's only one person that's going to be hit. So we're going to try to see if anyone's in kill range. There's a chance. And we got it. Got a little bit of de-stress from that as well. I could potentially kill one if I get a good roll. I might want to just go and Zealous Accusation them. 4 to 7, so that's 8 to 14. That's 22, so 11 average damage. But this way is 10 average damage with the chance of finishing someone off. Well, it makes it a lot easier when you crit, too. Math! Now, doing things mathematically doesn't necessarily mean the way that leads to the most victory, right? Like, AoE will usually do more total damage, but it doesn't mean that the way to win is to try to maximize total damage, because sometimes what you want to do is eliminate sources of incoming damage, or use abilities to do less damage like a stun or a heal.
This expedition at least promises success.
Bonus food. And some holy water. And unlock strongbox. Unlocked is good. No need to use a key. We got another health stone. Okay. Do we want to equip the health stone on anyone right now? You already have a lot of hit points. You're also most likely to take the hits. You've got hard-skinned as well. I think I'm going to put the health stone on my healer. Oh, right, I can equip it from here. I'm going to put my health stone on my healer. Help increase the chance that my healer stays alive. Yeah, you get a little bit more stress. But if you're alive, then you can heal other people. And that sounds like a pretty good thing. Torchlight is good. No scouting. Trap, trap, trap. Nope. But we lose a shovel, and I will remember, of course, that I have to click on the shovel. Just because it's in the slot doesn't mean it's going to get used. Mummified remains. Hold on. Where's my my chart here in the Weald? Mummified remains. If I were to use bandages, I would get loot. That's really interesting. If I don't, there's a 40% chance of loot, 40% chance of blight, 20% nothing is what it looks like. Let's use the bandages. It seems like redundant. Bandage provides protection for a thorough search. Oh, 100 gold! That wasn't worth it. Guess we just got unlucky with the loot, but what the hell. That means no more bandages for healing ourselves. We could have just avoided him. Just ignored him, but... oh well. This is a grave. So what I have to decide is, am I going to use my last shovel to dig out the grave? I think the answer is going to be no. And I therefore don't want to risk the grave. I want to keep one shovel, because it's still early on, to be able to clear out any other brush. This is Eerie Spiderweb. I think this needs bandages as well, which we've used up, so we're just going to ignore it. Bandages to protect your hands from the bugs. Alright, no encounter. We've got no scouting information. I'm going to go ahead and go north. At least one, then we might turn around. We're going to eat. We can still camp, too. We've got firewood, but, like, we're fully healed. No stress. Oh, this one was what? The old tree was if you apply anti-venom, which I don't have. And if I don't have it, there's a chance I might get blighted. And I don't really have a cure to that. No, too early. We're not going to start risking that nonsense. I want to ensure maximum success. We might get slightly less loot, but it also increases the chance of victory overall, which is very good. Okay. If I go west, there's going to be 2 fights. I don't need to clear fights. I just need to clear out all the rooms. So I'm actually going to ignore that route completely, which I think is a huge win. What a perfect spot to get a scout. Oh my god, my light. What a perfect spot to get a scout, even though we had low light. Wow, we got lucky there, because it's a great fight to ignore. This, I believe, is also a fight room. Like, the chalice, it's like a fountain or something like that, but I think there's always a fight. Free loot? Free loot. Okay, that hardly counts as anything, but I'll take it. Can't complain too much. Whoa! Okay, that is bullshit. First of all, we only made it to here when we got the first hunger event, and then we turn around and we get another hunger event right away? That is really frustrating. We're down to 6 food. We're probably going to want some food when we camp, for example. I don't know, when you camp, you may not need to eat, actually. It's not a hunger event. Oh, it's a coffin. Round 1, we actually get the start. Very nice. 10 hit points, 18. Well, my pick, if it crits, might kill one. We got a higher crit chance with this as well. I'm going to see if we might get lucky and kill the guy in the front, or at the very least, it'll bring him down to a range where we can Zealous Accusation him. Or maybe he'll dodge, despite the fact that I have 95% accuracy. Sure. What are the dodge champs on these dogs? 18! Oh, that's pretty fucking good. Wow. Not really where... we don't need to heal yet. I probably want to do a stun. On the guy who hasn't gone yet. And can't dodge as easily. Like, stun resistance is only part of the equation. We also need to be able to, you know, hit. We don't need to Weird Reconstruction. We could Abyssal Artillery for maximum damage. Part of me... oh, yeah, he's not Eldritch, so no. We'll go ahead and Artillery the back. Artillery the Artillery. Nice roll as well. Mark Prey. Well, he's already marked. 1 point of damage does nothing. And we still don't know if anyone's got anything that uses the mark. I would like to Zealous Accusation, but there's no chance of killing them. There's actually... if I hit, there's about a 50-50 chance that I might kill the Rabbit Gnasher, which is tempting. I could go a Bulwark of Faith, but I don't think so. We could Stunning Blow. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to Zealous Accusation. I hit them both. Good. Rabid Rush. 3 damage and what? Disease? Bleed. It's only 1 per round, but the problem is if it starts to stack. It's particularly bad. I guess I'll keep tentacling the ones in the back, although it'd be really nice to actually finish something. Oh, double crit. If we double crit the first time, we'd have killed them both again, but that worked out really well. I'm going to use my highest accuracy attack to try to kill the Rabbit Gnasher. Nice. Okay, thank you very much. I think that's the highest accuracy attack in the entire group. We're down a couple of hit points, so we may as well Judgment this guy. Top ourselves off a bit, especially with the bleed around. And, as I say, depending on how rounding works, and every now and again there's weird hidden modifiers, we might conceivably only do 1 damage with the stun, even though it says 2 to 4, which would have been nice. Yay, deeds. Okay, Ancient Coffin. Alright, let's do it. Hidden treasure. Yay. Alright. Cool. And, I don't think we need to rest yet. We don't have that much stress, we don't have that much damage. I mean, we'll want to rest, well, at some point, to get party buffs, if nothing else. Ah, I'm happy I kept my shovel. Look at that. Boop. Oh, did bleed damage. I'm like, why did we take damage? Did I walk too close? That we need the anti-toxin or something, right? For the old tree? Anti-venom, which we don't have. We have lots of holy water. I'm gonna ignore that. We're deep enough in the dungeon we might want to start risking things, but not quite yet. Come on, scout me. Scout, scout, scout. Oh, I forgot to buff my light as well. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this room. Oh, it's a trap! It's a trap!
Mechanical hazards. Possessed by evil intent.
Can we cure blights? Disease and maladies? No, we can't. Right, that's the thing we never have. Eerie spiderwebs, you need bandages for that. Alright, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. And it's empty. Okay, let's just go back then. Skip that. It's a little random stress. Oh. Torchlight's getting a little lower. We're almost out of torches. We might be fighting in darkness at the end here. I think the ruins, there's maybe more of a chance of finding random torches. I'm not sure. Ah! Random trap.
Ambushed by foul
And a blight, which we can't do anything about. Diseases and maladies. Like, I don't know how often we, like, see that. It might be more... This might be mostly an item that you use to pop treasure boxes and curios and stuff. Hey, there we go. There's a torch. Thank you. Just as we drop slightly. Oh, it's got a little bit more. There we go. And now pop the torch. Come on, give me some scouting. Yes, thank you very much. As if this reveals itself to be a monster room. It's not. Okay, because we could skip it. We'll definitely go there just to count as exploring it, which might save us another room on the end. I'm not counting, and I don't know how it rounds, so I don't know how much we'll be able to avoid or not. There we go, more torches. Very nice, thank you. We'll, of course, get a fight over here. I could do a camp right before this fight. Or I could wait until right after. Just in case it turns out to be really bad, I can camp immediately after, and then I'll be fully buffed for that. Most likely this is going to be a small encounter. Yeah, or at least I'm not as big as the ones you get in the actual rooms. And they're surprised. Bonus. We are going to start off with a weird reconstruction of myself, actually. Resisted the bleed, 11 points of heals, very nice. Starting to buy into the whole idea that there might be a reduced bleed chance. We're the only person that's hurt. Let's go ahead and use our self-heal. We could drop some stuns on these bad boys, actually. But I think this fight's going to be short enough. I'll go ahead and start applying some bleeds. Also, that's some nice damage there. Very good. I will pick to the face this fucker. Yes! Killing him. He's the one with the group-wide damage, which is really bad. We will Zealous Accusation both to apply the most efficient form of damage, since we don't need to worry about eliminating them super quickly right now. And, there's a chance we might kill this guy. Well, especially if we crit. Burn off some stress. Self-heal a little. Is this one here? Yep. He might get an attack off. Maybe I should have stunned him. No, he didn't. Good. Finish him. Well.
Remind yourself
was easy.
that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
As I say, that was easy. It says something about overconfidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, bonus scout. Okay. Did we camp now, or do we go here first? If we do camp, I don't think I'll use any food. Assuming that works. Shit, we might get through this without any camping. It would be nice to reduce the stress on this character, though. I could wait until after that fight, then camp and try to drop stress as much as possible. Right before we leave. Now, let's do it first, just in case we get any weirdness.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Okay. So, just because I'm worried that the game might give me a random hunger event, I don't want to use 4. I don't want to use the heal. But if you use no food at all, you take damage and stress. If you take only 2, it's just enough to ward off starvation. So I'm going to do that. Then we've got some skills. So, let's give a pep talk over here. Oh yeah, that's the stress resist. It's not actually the stress reducing. Stuff only reduces stress. Well, it might be worthwhile. Forge, get some food. Improve scouting. Some heals. Well, none of these are terribly important, actually. And we can top her off with a wound care. Yeah, this group doesn't actually have really good targeted stress reduction. This can actually... this always reduces stress. Okay, I misread this. Oh. It's all companions, so it doesn't actually do our thing for ourselves. He's apparently religious. Oh, so it's class-based. It has nothing to do with quirks. Okay, that's good to know. So I'm thinking the Vestals and the Crusaders count as religious. Well, I don't know. We'll get a scouting chance. Maybe it'll help us pick up some traps or something. Here, we'll stand tall. Why not? Alright, let's see. At least she's got the stress resist. So she's less likely to get any more of it. Or, not less likely to get any more, but if she does get hit by anything that does stress, she'll burn some of it off. I guess I just realized that one advantage to not camping at all means we wouldn't have to worry about an ambush.
May we find victory.
I don't have stuff for the tree trunk. Hopefully there's no trap. Speaking of traps, now with all our scouting bonuses, hopefully going into this room will reveal a bunch of stuff. We're gonna have to pace back. Oh, no scouting. So going back and forth does increase the chance that we might get another hunger event, obviously.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Yes, the way is lit, the path is clear.
Only the strength to follow it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Narrator. Alright, let's go south. We got a fight, which clearing this room may actually... Oh, that's bad. We do not have a shovel. So we're going to take some damage and a bunch of stress, and it takes a lot of time.
Must rely on flesh.
That's bad. I really don't want her to trigger an affliction, because it'll probably stress out everyone else. Plus, it requires us to do a lot more resting. I don't have a shovel for the grave. Alright, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Okay, all straight up humans. Quite a bit of dodge in the back as well, which is unfortunate. I don't need to start worrying about a heal. What I think I'm going to do is try to go for a stun on one of these guys in the front. Hit and stunned. Very nice, yeah. Oh, you can push the Crusader back. Hey, resisted the move. Very good. Actually, might be a good idea to give the Crusaders a move resist. Everyone else doesn't matter quite as much. 1 per round. Got the stun. Eldritch pull. That could be annoying if he gets pulled to the front. Okay, that's not the end of the world, actually. The Crusaders are still in a fine position. I'm happy he didn't get pushed back. Do we want to start doing blights? Or just work with pick to the face? You know, it depends. Pick to the face would do 5 to 8. 2 to 3. And the blight is 2 per round if they don't resist. But yeah, no, the pick to the face is just a better source of damage. Let's focus on the guy who's already taken some damage. Oh, it's too bad it didn't kill him. This actually makes things darker. I forgot about that. I could go for the kill there, or try to stun the healthy one. Go for the stun on the healthy one. Oh, we dodged! It still probably made things darker. I'm going to use Zealous Accusation. There we go. Still kill one. Apply some decent damage. They get to go... Oh, well, you're rending the guy who's got the most amount of hit points, so that's okay. I don't think I need to worry about heals. Stun resist is quite low. He's got a high dodge, but there's not really anything I can do about that. Let's go ahead and... Yeah. And miss. We're going to go ahead and miss. Their secret plan. You're going to push back. Oh, good. You dodged. Thank you. It would have been really bad if you got knocked out of contention. We're going to go and just try to finish this guy off. Okay. Go ahead and crit. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Only one person is going to end up with relatively high stress in this dungeon. Pick to the face is relatively accurate, but they've got such high dodge, and we are not set up to deal with that. We don't have like a dodge debuff in our group. I'll Zealous Accusation here. Nice. Because at 12 hit points, it's very unlikely that it can kill anyone in one attack. So by doing... Oh, resisting another move. By doing that, it puts us within kill range. Nice dodge over there, and the person with the most stress. Very, very handy. 6... Okay, so as long as we hit, we'll kill. Very good. A little bit of bleed. Pick to the face. Just my favorite ability name. Oh! Well, there we go. We didn't kill it, but it's stunned, so that's good too. They didn't dodge, we just missed. That's really interesting. I think when they're stunned, they might not get a dodge chance. I'm not sure. But it's interesting that it's a missed instead of dodge.
But a victory nonetheless.
Alright, that is enough to finish things. But we can really afford to go to the next room. I mean, running to traps would suck for the bonus... Oh, there we go. We're going to eat. For the bonus stress. But, there we go. Not even a difficult challenge to do anything like that. Okay, I don't want to step any further because there might be a trap. There's certainly no lootables. I think we're going to bug out now. We know the next room is empty. I'm not going to bother backtracking. We're just going to head out, especially since we are now officially out of food. So we didn't actually pick up that much loot, but it was a nice successful run. We'll get a little bit of experience points, hopefully some good traits.
Supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
Yeah, really very few heirlooms, considering this is a medium run. Robust. Alright. Fear of beasts is poor. The penalty to stress resist isn't the part that bothers me. It's the negative 10 accuracy. It's brutal. This is a great ability, though. Since I try to keep the light up as much as possible, like some people who do all darkness runs, this is a stupendously good ability. Since I've actually been good now at keeping my torch level up. Harriet is now... Were you already level 2? I don't remember. Maybe you were. Creeping Cough is terrible, especially with one of my star players. You're going to go to the sanatorium immediately. And hey, we got a discount on our weapons, which will be handy when we get our blacksmith to the next level. So...
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats
Did I
made
not
it
have anyone in
their
sanatorium
domain.
last time? Confused. But we are going to make sure to put Harriet in there right away. And, wait, you have rabies. I thought you had something else going on. I'm really confused. Did you not have some sort of cough thing? I mean, rabies is bad. The plus 20% damage is good, but I don't like the accuracy penalty at all. Maybe someone else got it. Do we want to level this up so that we can fit a second person in there? Oh, we could have... If we're going to level it up, we could have had cheaper treatment for Harriet, which would have been nice. Oh, it's the infirmary which adds the extra slot. This just keeps making them cheaper, presumably. Okay, so we don't have anything for that. We will want 2 slots there at some point in the future. Meanwhile, Brackenbrow, you're a little stressed. I don't want to bring you as is. You can't gamble, but you can do everything else. Senti, you can't gamble, and you can't meditate. One Marine, you can basically do anything. So what I think we're going to do, we're going to set Brackenbrow to the Cloister to meditate, because it's nice and cheap. Senti, right. You can go to the Transept, or you can drink. You might develop a drinking problem, but drinking is cheaper. We could also give ourselves an extra bar slot. No, we can't, because we don't have enough portraits. All right, then. Oh, we've got the discount, and that counts for something. Senti, go and get drunk. That one Marine, you can do pretty much anything. Maybe we'll send you to gambling. We'll have Gorash around to heal, which is going to be good. Increased stress recovery. We probably don't need that, but the second level is the cheaper price. Oh, we don't have enough portraits for that. Alright, we'll do that anyway. We got to keep an eye on our money. We have to have enough to be able to outfit our next group. Both provisioning, but also potentially leveling up some weapons. Joluoto and Not Red are good to go on another run. Dutch Derpy guy probably is as well. He's got slightly... He doesn't have weapons, though. We'll probably use one of these two, so that way we can save money on our Crusader. Lobo might go on the next run. He does not equip. Essie will probably send again. I mean, I realize that, you know, the damage output's not huge, but it's pretty goddamn good, and the crit chance is good. I gotta say, this particular Grave Robber is doing good. Oh, it's the Fear of Beast, I think I was imagining. Actually, you got a lot of really shit abilities. The ranged... Okay, the range is fine for the pick to the face, but is bad otherwise. Calm is kind of annoying, and the Fear of Beasts is particularly bad. On the other hand, the Clutch Hitter can be really good. Fast Healer is fine, and the Warrior of Light is quite good. I think Essie is still a decent companion to have around. Gorash is just fine. Sort of just all over decent. I suppose since we are going to be bringing Gorash clearly on the next run, because I really like to have a Vestal with me all the time. You've got the Direct Heal, which has been leveled up. Okay, you have the improved Dazzling Light and the improved Divine Grace, but you don't have any improved gear? Let's do something about that, Gorash. Boom, boom. We're going to save the rest of our money for provisioning. But I'm really, really happy with that. All right, well, thank you very much for watching another episode of Let's Play the Darkest Dungeon. I'll see you guys next time.